So hello friends, our today's question is question number 2520. The title says count the digits that divide a number. So let's read it. Given an integer num, we have been given an integer num. So we need to return the number of digits in num that divide num. So we are given an integer num. So what we need to do is we need to return the number of digits in num that divide num. So an integer val divides nums if nums percentage val is equal to 0. So what we need to check that if we have number, let's say our number is 23. So we need to check that inside 23 how much number digits basically divide that particular number. So we need to check that is 23 divides 2 or not. If 23 divides 3 or not, if 23 divides 23 or not. So we need to check that particular condition and return the count of how much digits in num that divide num. So let's see the example. So we are given an integer num 7 here. So output will be 1 basically because 7 divides itself, hence the answer is 1. So the second example is on 121. So 121 is divisible by 1 also, but not 2. Since 1 occurs twice as a digit, so we will return 2. So here the num is given 1248. So 1248 is divisible by all of its digits. It's divisible by 1 also, 2 also, 4 also, and 8 also. So hence the answer is 4. So let's see this, how we will approach this. First we will see the example, like let's take the example of like 40. So let's see this. So here now let's take another example. So I will take the example of 124. So we need to check that if the 124 is divided by 1, 2, 4. So if these three condition matches, we will increment the count or we will not increment the count. So how we will do is, first we will store the original number, which will be OG number, which is basically original number, inside the OG number variable, which is original number. So what we will do is we will store the original number inside the OG num variable. So if we modify this num, so it does not affect the num basically. So that's why we are storing the num inside this original number variable. So after storing this, what we will do, we will make another variable because we need count. So we will make a count variable and initialize it to 0. After initializing it to 0, what we will do is we need to check that every digit divides this num or not. So here a condition comes that extracting the last digit and checking that the last digit is divided by the original number or not. So what we will do, we will run a while loop, and inside that we will check that the number is greater than 0 or not. Here number is greater than 0 or not. Inside the while loop we will check that we will extract the last digit basically. So after extracting the last digit, here is the line, here is the code to extract the last digit, which is very common like this in like this question. So this what this line is doing is, this line is extracting the last digit from this number. I will do a try run, so wait for it. Now after extracting the last digit, what we will check, we will check that the original number is dividing this particular digit is or not. If this is dividing, so we will increment the count, otherwise what we will do is, and after incrementing the count, we will divide the number by 10. So again it does not come that with that particular digit, and at last we will return it. So our solution is done. Now let's try run it. So we had a number 124. Now inside the OG num we have stored the 124 number. Now we have count now basically 0. At first the count will be 0. So what we will, inside the while loop we check we check that the number is greater than 0 or not. So here 124 is greater than 0, the loop will run successfully. After the loop will run, what this line do is, inside the digit variable we have 124 percentage 10. So after dividing with 10 we got a remainder 4. So inside the digit there will be 4. So inside that we have another condition, that if original number divides digit or not. So we had original number 124, and we need to check that it divides 4 or not. So it divides 4 and it is equal to 0. So this condition matches successfully. So it will increment the count to 1. Now 124 divided by 10, which is 12. Now the number is 12. Now again the while loop will run and the number is greater than 0. So 12 will be divided by, so it will extract the last digit, which will be 2. So 12 percentage 10 will be 2 here. So 12 percentage 10 is 2 here. So it will extract the last digit, and after extracting that last digit, what after that line will do is 12 percentage 2, which is equal to 0, which also 12 also divides 2. So it is again perfect condition. So it will increment the count from 1 to 2. Now the 12 will be divided by 10, so it will become 1. Now 1 is also greater than 0, so loop will run again successfully. It will extract the last digit is 1 only. So it will check that it divides 1 or not. So 1 divides 1 only. So this also condition is done. So count will be incremented to 3, and 1 divided by 10 is now 0. So the while loop will not run now. The final result is 0. So our final answer is 3 here. So this was the detailed explanation of this question. Now let's do the code of this. So we need a variable to store the original num. So we will do this, and we will make a count variable. After making a count variable, we will run a while loop to check that if the num is greater than 0 or not, because as you can see here, it is dividing by 10 again and again. So after it will be 0, so we need to stop that particular while loop. So that's why we made a condition that num should be greater than 0. And after checking this, what we will make a digit variable. A digit variable will extract the last digit and will check that the last digit is dividing the original number or not. If original number divides that particular last digit, we will increment the count. So count will be incremented to 1. And at last, what we will do, at last, after checking this, we will basically not inside this, not here, we will do this here. We will divide the num by 10. So again that particular last digit does not come. So after this done, so what we will do, we will return the count. So this was the solution of this question, and now let's run this. Okay, as you can see here, all the test cases are passed perfectly. Now let's submit it and check the results. So it is accepted and all the test cases are passed. Our runtime is 0 millisecond and beats are 100%. Memory used here is 7.86 MB and beats are 39.32%. And this was the solution of this question. Thank you.